Hey everybody, what's going on? Juan here, and I am very excited for this. There are no video games, no comics, no wrestling in this video. I'm here to unbox and taste a free sample of the Blue Bottle Coffee. So this is a subscription service like many that exist out there. This one is for coffee. They actually have a free sample box that ships to Puerto Rico. Like, the simple fact that they actually ship this to Puerto Rico is amazing to me, which is why I wanted to give them a shot. So I wanted to show you, because if you're like me and you love coffee, and I love me some coffee, like you have no idea, Puerto Rico coffee is very strong. You see this? It says, welcome to Blue Bottle Coffee. Tells you a little bit of the story, which I'll read this, slowly later. But it seems like it's a really nice, adventure. So it's not just a matter of trying out the coffee, but really getting to know which type of coffee you can get. It even has a brew and pouring guide, in case you're maybe new to this or you want to have a different methodology, of consuming coffee. So I'm just going to put this over here. And this coffee comes from Honduras. Catracha is both a collective of coffee growers in Santa Elena Village and a nonprofit that invests in education, community health, and the arts. The organization has spent the better half of a decade bringing together families in order to improve production methods and connect them to the specialty market. Deliciousness. This is tangerine, golden raisin, brown butter with a Kenya-like snappiness and a juicy complexity. This year's coffee is the best we've had from the community of the Catracha growers. Like the kaleidoscopic sunsets viewed from the town square, its vivid distinctiveness will stop you in your tracks. So this is the coffee right here. It says roasted on September 11th. So I'm recording this on September 15th. So they roasted this bad boy and sent it directly here. It's not warm, out of pure miracle, but once again, it really clarifies that. So first we're going to smell this, then I got to grind this later, and then pour this bad boy and try it out. I love smelling coffee. It is probably my top 5 of favorite things to do. Okay. It smells great. I'm just trying to, it's very different from Puerto Rico coffee. So like, It has a sharp smell to it. Take a smell. See, I don't know if you can get. Has a very sharp smell, but it's not strong. So, see, like, that's the difference. Puerto Rico coffee, it's strong but soft to smell. Here's one of the beans. Let me just pour a couple here for context. There are the beans, so you can check those out. They look pretty great. They seem to be lighter color beans than the ones that we do have here in Puerto Rico. Because we have very strong coffee, what usually happens is that we put a little bit of milk to it, not really too much, and I put just a tiny bit of sweetener. Some people like just, strong black coffee, but I am going to make this almost the same way I usually make some coffee. I'll just add a little bit of cream and just a little bit of sugar, so that way I can give a review based on my tastes, but I'll also make sure to, put a little bit on the side that is just the coffee by itself, so we can come back here and then ultimately I can give my thoughts about it, and if maybe I will try some more Blue Bottle Coffee. So let's get to it. First of all, the Puerto Rico heat is unbearable. Secondly, I have myself 2 different cups of coffee. First of all, this Pan-Delicious one has the coffee by itself, no cream or sweetener added. And then I have another one, which is similar to the way that I traditionally drink coffee. It has a little bit of sweetener, and it does have some cream. But first up, I do want to try this one. It's very warm, so I hope I don't burn myself. And if I do, feel free to laugh at me in the comments. So, smells great. It's a little softer, of course, than the initial just coffee bean, but let's try it out. It's not bad. Like, for context, I don't really like drinking black coffee, with no cream and sweetener. And this is really nice. Let me have a second go. See, initially, I was thinking I was going to say it has a bitter taste to it, but after the second time I tried it, the bitterness sort of went away. So you have this strong coffee flavor that the sharpness that I mentioned earlier off the smell, it's not there at all. So you have this nice, rich, a strong coffee flavor, but that's not overbearing. It's definitely not sweet, but it's not bitter either. So it's like right down the middle. If you want like a really nice strong cup of coffee that's not on either side of the spectrum, it by itself is pretty good. So now we're going to try the sweetener one. I put in less sweetener than usual, which is a good take. I think that was a good call. So just cream and a little bit of sweetener. Let's try this. Oh, wow. This tastes completely different to Puerto Rican coffee. Like I'm not saying either one is better than the other one, but this is exactly what I wanted to get something out of this. I don't mean this in like an overly sweet way. I feel like I'm having a really nice dessert. For whatever reason, it has a slight hint of chocolate. I know it doesn't have chocolate in it, but the combination of the cream, the sweetener, and then of course the coffee brings out a really nice taste that if you just want to have like, I feel like this would go well, like perfect with, a piece of chocolate cake or like a pound cake or even just like some vanilla wafers, just something to the side. This is a great experience. If there's anything I would change about this, is probably adding a little bit less cream. I added as much cream as I usually do, and I think that has it lose a little bit of that flavor. So I think if I added less, it would have a little bit stronger flavor, less of that dessert type thing. But seriously, it is really, really good because the thing worth pointing out is it's not soft coffee. I've had coffee that when you pour it, it's pure black, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, this is going to be really strong coffee. But then you drink it, and it feels like if you put any cream to it, the coffee flavor will go away. But you didn't get that happening with this one. So Nicole just tried hers. It was prepared similar to the way that I prepared mine, and she said along the lines of what I did. It has a very rich, defined flavor. Like I don't think you can get a coffee like this in the store to just easily give a one-to-one comparison. So overall, I got to say I'm happy. I checked this out. The fact that I got a free sample out of them. They hail from Oakland, California, and this coffee was from Honduras. I may give this at least one more shot. It does have a good amount of coffee for the sample pack that you get for free, because I made this and there's still enough for another batch of coffee. So overall, I strongly recommend that you do check this out if you're a coffee lover. I don't know what shipping is like outside of the United States, but at least in Puerto Rico, and I'm assuming the states themselves, no problem whatsoever. So stay tuned to maybe another review that I'll be doing this down the line. If there's another food or coffee subscription service that you're a fan of, I would love to know. I live to do 2 to 3 things: sleep, play, and eat. And drink coffee. Actually, that's 4 of them. Coffee probably being above sleep and everything else, because coffee is bae. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe and share. And if you do get a cup of coffee, you get a sample pack, definitely let me know, and let me know what you think of the flavor. So thank you for watching, and the journey definitely continues right here on Epic JC. Thanks for watching, gang. Good cup of coffee.